Hi there, it's David Young, the Resourceful Coach, and we're here at Corinthians Golf Club in the UK. I'm going to talk a little bit about your mind. And this one thing that I learned from a thing called Mind Factor, which transformed my game, and I'm going to give it to you so it can make a big difference to your game. And it's simply one thing, what we call the power of questions. Now, what I find when I go out with my golfers on the golf course, it's very much sort of technique, I've got to do this perfectly. And what I want you to change your thought is stand over the shot, and the first thing I always want you to think is, what do I want to do? What would be the best result I can get from this situation? And that's the first question you always ask yourself. What we're going to show you today, though, we're going to go through 5 different shots, and then how you may ask a further 1 or 2 questions to help make that shot a lot better. So here we are, we're on the 16th tee at Corinthians, par 5, and the question I'm going to ask, what do I want? When I arrive at any shot, my brain is thinking, what do I ultimately want the result to be? So this is, for me, it's just a nice sort of steady shot, straight down the fairway, not looking to do anything amazing, okay? Looking at the hole, this is the next question. Is there anything on the hole that might change where I'm going to aim to play the shot? So I know this particular hole is a dog leg going from right to left, running down the hole that way. So I understand that if I can do anything here, if I could aim maybe a little bit right of centre, then that will give me the desired result that I want, looking for that shot as we go through. So again, I've asked 2 questions. What do I want? And then how is the hole set up? And how am I then going to play that shot? That's what I'm looking at as I go through. Now, what I find when you start to do this and you start to sort of ask these questions, you start to improve 2 things. The first thing, you become much clearer in your mind of what you want to do. And then number 2, your setup and swing become much better. They start to fit around the idea of the shot that we're looking to achieve as we go through it. So they're really important. At the end of the day, most people are looking at the technique, but once you ask the question, it will improve your technique. It will improve your setup, because now you have a picture, an idea of the shot that you're going to play. So I'm looking at this down the hole here, and I'm looking at a shot. I think if I can just go slightly right of centre. So I'm getting a picture in my mind what I want, because I've asked the question. And then my natural shape is a little bit of draw. It will follow the hole perfectly. So for me, this is quite a straightforward shot. I'm not having to think too much about it, because it sort of fits my eye and the hole fits my shot. So what I do now, pick out my small target. So there's a tree in the distance there. I think if I can aim at that, perfect. And then it's just that feeling. How great does it feel when you hit a good shot? So again, another question. Feel that rhythm. Feel that lovely rhythm, that contact on the ball. And we've put that ball nicely down the fairway, giving ourselves a chance to get the desired result that we want. And that's what we're looking for as we go through it. So by simply asking, what do I want? And then start to look at the shot that you've got in front of you, you start to then set up and start to make that technique a lot better. We're going to look at 4 more shots, different shots that you might have to ask a slightly different question to get the desired result you want. But we're going to still work with that idea. Ask that question. Remember, you always want to get the answer right, so you'll start to think a lot clearer what you want as the result. So here's our second shot. We've come to our drive, and we're now caught in a little bit of a dilemma. If anybody knows the 16th, 7th hole here at Corinthians, the green is over there and there's a load of trees, but this is the key thing. The first question is, what do I want? Second question is, what can I achieve? What do I know I can physically do myself? And the sensible shot here is not to try and go over those trees, because I've got to carry that probably 220 over trees. And I see this shot all week long. I'm on the practice ground, which is just to the side of us, and people go over these trees. Well, they don't. They clatter into them. So the question is, what do I want? Well, it's a par 5. So the sensible shot really is just to play down to the corner. So I'm looking at a shot of around about 150 yards. And again, just look at the lie of the land. Look at what you want. Because you're not looking to hit it an exact distance, I can hit this probably anywhere between 130 and 170. Just take a club that you know you can swing comfortably within that area. So I've just taken a 7. I know that will put me down there if I make a good swing. And I'm just now having a practice swing. It's a bit of a slope here, so I'm just getting a feel for the shot. And again, it's that feeling of, yeah, how good it'd be if I hit this shot well, pick it up. I've now made the decision. This is what I want. I'm happy to do this. Clarity in my mind. Commit. And we've knocked that nicely down the fairway. Should get a nice firm bounce, run us into the middle. And that's exactly what we want. So I've looked at it, I've assessed the situation. That was a crazy shot. I didn't take it. So what do I want? I want a chance of a birdie. I want to put it in the fairway to give myself that chance. I've done that. Let's go and have a look at the third shot. So far we're playing the hole. We've got clarity in our mind. We're asking those questions and we've got 2 good results, okay? Importance now, we've got 120 to go. It's a bit of a sucker flag. Rob's really our greenkeeper. You might see in the background as we're doing these videos, he's put the flag right on the left-hand side. So now it's that sort of, don't get suckered into it. What's a good result from here? That's another question. What's a good result? What would I be happy with from this position? So you see, I'm asking the questions. So now I'm thinking, right, actually 20 feet right of the flag here is a good shot. I've got the iron, I think we'll hit it 120, but I'm going to aim comfortably right at the hole. I don't want to go near that sucker flag. And now I've got, again, clarity in my mind. I'm thinking about the shot that I want. I've got clarity what I'm going to do. Now I've just got to commit. So see how important it is. I want to get the question right. I've now pictured the shot. Commit to it. Played it nicely right at the flag. Should be nowhere near that sucker flag. Let's come round. We're going to appear on the green. Not quite, but we're on the green. We know it's on the green. There's just a little bit of a dip before. So we've probably achieved what we want to do, around that 20, 25 feet. So it gives us an outside chance of a birdie. But realistically now, we're going to get our par, which again, I'm a professional golfer. Give me 18 pars. I'll be quite satisfied with that. Happy with any par that I make. So I'm giving myself the chance. But because I'm asking that question, I'm just keeping that clarity, focus on what I want to achieve. I'm going to look at 2 more shots before we finish this round. So we've arrived at the green, and it's that key question. What do I want to do? What's the result? Ask that question. Well, I want to hole it. So that's the importance now. What I'm looking at is going through my process of reading it to work out what the line is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got 10 paces coming up to this hole, okay? It's not a lot of break on this green, but go through your routine. Again, think, what do I want to achieve? I want to hole this putt, okay? If I don't, I'm going to get it close enough that next time it's just a tap in. So I've read the putt. I don't think it's going to do a lot. So now it's about, this is the question I asked myself on the putting green. How great would it be if you hole it? So now what that does, it gets me excited. It gives me the thrill of focusing on what I want to achieve, commit to it. Oh, just caught the left edge of the hole. Really gave it a nice run. Very happy with that, but it felt like my stroke got better because what I did was I felt confident in what I was talking about as I went through it. So I got my 5. The importance is there, getting the clarity in my mind of what I'm looking to do. Done that through that hole, got my par. We're going to give you one final shot that I always see is the negative mindset. We're giving you that little bit of a bonus shot. Let's go and have a look at that. So that extra shot is the bunker shot. It's the one that I see people, basically they never ask themselves how they can play it well. They're just working out how to play it badly. So again, everything we're doing, and you can see as I go through these shots, it gets clarity in my mind. What do I want? I then create a setup to fit that idea, and then I create a swing. So every shot really has those 3 patterns. What do I want? Setup, swing. Fit the shot that you've decided. So I'm looking at this, just a standard bunker shot. I've got about 25 feet of green to play with. What do I want? Well, I just want to splash into the back of the ball, keep the club momentum going through, but I'm more thinking about where do I want to land it. So now I'm trusting that idea of what I've practiced to get into position, set up to the shot, and from there, if I can commit to it, see the shot, where do I want to land it? That would be great. Play the shot out nicely, and we've put that out to within about 4 or 5 feet of the hole. But all of those shots, we've played around about 6 shots there. We played the par 5, and now we've added this bonus shot of the bunker shot. Everything is about clarity. You saw the drive go down the fairway. I then put the 7 iron into play. I put a 9 iron onto the green, and I nearly hold the putt from 25 feet. But it's all about the thrill of doing it and wanting to do it and looking forward to doing it. But if you just ask that question, what do I want? And then start to analyze the shot you're going to play, and you'll find yourself setting up better, swinging better, and getting far better results. For me, this is a game changer. It makes such a difference to my golfers. A lot of the time, they're not thinking about what they want. They're just walking up and hitting the ball. Start to break each shot down, and you'll have a lot more success. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. It's a little bit about the mind, but I sort of get the feeling from people watching my videos, you're seeing how important that's becoming in your games. Use this technique, it will make a massive difference. If you've enjoyed it, please share it with your friends, and I look forward to seeing you soon.